Imagine him blowing up your phone at 2 a.m., begging to see you, swearing you're the only one who gets him, after you vanished for just 7 days, darling. If that sends a thrill down your spine, stay with me, because today on Femphoria, I'm spilling the tea on how I ghosted him for exactly 7 days. And now he can't live without me, turning a casual fling into his deepest obsession, all through the art of strategic silence that awakens his primal chase. Oh, sisters, let's rewind to that pivotal moment in my life. Not some scripted drama, but a real Tuesday evening in a sleek Manhattan penthouse, city lights twinkling like diamonds below, where I was tangled in Egyptian cotton sheets with this charming investor who'd been playing at cool texts every other day. Dates when convenient, making me feel like an option rather than the prize. I could sense the spark fading, his attention wandering. So instead of clinging or confronting, I chose power. I ghosted him cold. No warnings, no explanations, just poof gone like smoke from a vintage Chanel cigarette holder. For those first 24 hours, I poured that energy back into myself, booking a solo spa day at that exclusive retreat in the Hamptons, where heated stones melted away any doubt, and I emerged with skin glowing like polished marble, my mind sharp as a stiletto. By day 2, I was striding through Bergdorf Goodman, fingers trailing over buttery leather Birkins, selecting a crimson clutch that screamed unapologetic luxury, reminding myself that a queen doesn't chase. She captivates from afar. This isn't about punishment. Beautiful, it's psychology at its finest, tapping into his innate fear of loss. That evolutionary wire where men are programmed to pursue what slips away, creating a vacuum that sucks him back in with desperate force. I felt it building inside me too. That delicious empowerment, as I sipped a lavender latte in a hidden cafe off Fifth Avenue, journaling my desires in a gold-embossed notebook, listing all the ways I deserved more, turning silence into my secret weapon. Sisters, if this is hitting home already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Femphoria is your weekly dose of these transformative truths, keeping you one step ahead in the game of love. Now, day 3 hit with a whisper of temptation. His first text popped up. Casual at first. Hey, everything okay? But I resisted, channeling my inner goddess by attending a private yoga session overlooking the ocean, body flowing through poses that rebuilt my core strength, both physical and emotional. By day 4, the messages escalated, voice notes pouring in with that edge of concern mixed with longing. But I was too busy curating my world, dining solo at a Michelin-starred spot, savoring truffle risotto paired with a rare burgundy, the flavors exploding like the confidence surging through my veins. This ghosting isn't ghosting for ghosting's sake. It's a reset, a subtle dominance that reminds him of your value, forcing him to confront the void your presence filled, his brain flooding with idealized memories of your laugh, your touch, your essence. I recall glancing at my phone on day 5, seeing the flood missed calls, apologies for nothing specific, promises of grand gesturescence, smiling to myself in the mirror of a high-end boutique, trying on a sheer lace ensemble that hugged every curve, feeling untouchable, unbreakable. One woman in our community echoed this. She ghosted her situationship for 7 days, spent the time revamping her wardrobe with pieces from Paris fashion houses, and when she resurfaced, he was at her door with roses imported from Ecuador, vowing to never take her for granted again. It's the contrast, darling, sudden absence after your warmth that triggers his addiction, making him associate you with that dopamine rush he craves. Keep flowing with me here, because by day 6, I was in full queen mode, hosting an intimate brunch with my closest sisters at a rooftop terrace, mimosas clinking as we toasted to self-love, sharing stories of similar triumphs, their eyes lighting up as I detailed my strategy. Psychological triggers abound. His ego, bruised by the silence, pushes him to prove his worth, turning pursuit into obsession, while you bloom in the space you've created. Day 7 culminated in pure magic. I broke the silence with a single, teasing text, "Missed me," and the response was immediate, fervent, a cascade of plans for a weekend getaway to a private villa in the Maldives, where turquoise waters lapped at our feet. His attention laser-focused. Every whim anticipated. This is feminine power language in action, where your absence speaks volumes. Subtly dominant, yet irresistibly alluring. Sisters, drop your biggest takeaway in the comments. What's the first day of your ghosting plan look like? And let's build this empire together. Now, envision applying this tonight. That guy who's been lukewarm. You vanish. Invest in a luxurious self-care ritual, like a rose petal bath in your marble tub. Scented candles flickering, affirming your worth with every breath. The luxury details matter. The anchor your empowerment. Like slipping into silk lingerie from La Perla. Feeling the fabric caress your skin as you ignore his pleas. I've seen it work across dynamics. A sister ghosted her long-term partner after complacency set in. Used the week to explore art galleries in London, absorbing masterpieces that mirrored her own renaissance. And upon return, he proposed with a diamond from Tiffany's. The rings sparkle, matching her renewed fire. It's not manipulation. It's recalibration, where you teach him your value through the art of withdrawal. His regret turning to reverence. Keep that bell on for more gems like this. Femphoria is your sanctuary. As the days unfold, notice how your energy shifts. From anxious attachment to secure sovereignty. Drawing him closer while you stand firm. Tease the universe with your radiance. Post a subtle story of your solo adventure. Perhaps hiking in Aspen. Fresh powder underfoot. Your cheeks flushed with independence. Pulling him into orbit without a word. This builds massive desire for you to wield this power. To feel unstoppable in love's dance. Flow into the aftermath. When he returns, set boundaries like velvet ropes. Accepting only the devotion you deserve. His addiction now your advantage. I've lived this, turning fleeting connections into lifelong loyalties. And sharing it here fills me with that sisterly fire. Psychological subtlety. His mind, starved of you, amplifies your allure, making every interaction electric. Surround yourself with opulence during the ghost custom perfumes blended in grass. Their notes lingering like your memory in his thoughts. When doubts creep, remember, queens don't beg. They beckon. This is empowerment, where ghosting becomes your glow-up catalyst, leaving you magnetic. Him mesmerized. Let's dive deeper into the alchemy of those 7 days. Because ghosting isn't just disappearing, it's a meticulously crafted ritual of self-elevation that reprograms his desire. Turning I can take or leave her into I can't breathe without her. All while you ascend to heights he never imagined. Darling, day 1 sets the tone. After sending that last unseen message, I immersed myself in a digital detox. Phone on silent in a drawer. And headed to a private beach in the Caribbean. Toes sinking into white sand. The ocean's rhythm syncing with my heartbeat. Washing away any residual attachment. This silence creates mystery. A psychological void that his imagination fills with your perfection. Triggering that chase instinct hardwired from caveman days. By day 2, as his confusion mounts, I was in a high vibe flow. Attending an exclusive wellness workshop in Sedona. Red rocks vibrating with energy. Learning breathwork that centered my power. Emerging with an aura that could command empires. Sisters, if you're vibing with this strategy, subscribe now and turn those notifications on. Femphoria drops these life-altering insights weekly. Fueling your rise. Day 3 brought the first real test thighs probing texts, but I countered with luxury immersion. Shopping for vintage jewels in an antique shop off Rodeo Drive. Each piece a talisman of my independence. Like a gold locket holding secrets of my strength. The key is consistency. No peeking. No slipping. Just pure commitment to your throne. Psychological mastery. Hereditary heightens value. Like how a rare vintage wine appreciates in absence. Day 4. I felt the shift internally. Confidence blooming as I dined at a hidden sushi omakase in Tokyo virtually. But the fantasy fuels. Savoring each bite like the delicacy of my reclaimed time. One sister shared her twist. She ghosted during a work trip to Dubai. Using the week to network at opulent events. Burj Khalifa views inspiring her hustle. And when she resurfaced, He was booking flights to win her back. It's the subtle dominance of self-prioritization that hooks him, making your return a revelation. Keep imagining. Day 5. His messages turn pleading. But you're too busy curating art for your walls. Pieces from emerging galleries that reflect your evolving soul. Each stroke a reminder of your depth. This builds empowerment to you, realize your world doesn't revolve around him. It's a universe he orbits. Tease with intention. Perhaps a cryptic post of your manicured hands holding a crystal flute. Bubbles rising like your status. Pulling him deeper into fixation. I've orchestrated this in my circle. Watching friends transform from overlooked to obsessed over. Like one who spent her ghost week in a French shadow. Learning patisserie. Emerging with skills and suitors galore. Psychological trigger. Scarcity mindset of your absence makes you scarce. Thus priceless. Day 6. The anticipation peaks. I was in meditation. Visualizing our reunion on my terms. Body relaxed in cashmere loungewear. Mind plotting the tease. Sisters, what's your luxury ritual for day 1? Comment below and let's exchange power moves. The luxury details amplify. Invest in a bespoke facial mask from Korean artisans. Skin radiant as your resolve. When day 7 dawns, break silence with finessy voice note. Sultry and short. Been thinking about you igniting his fire anew. The aftermath is electric. He arrives with gifts. A bouquet from the finest florist. Eyes full of that can't live without you hunger. This is feminine allure. Where ghosting forges addiction through calculated space. Flow into application. That situationship dragging. Vanish. Use the time for a personal photo shoot in golden hour light. Capturing your essence for your eyes only. Boosting that inner glow. Empowerment surges you're not waiting. You're wielding. Tease fate. Surround with sisters who uplift. Brunches in velvet booths. Toasting to freedom. I've turned this into a lifestyle. Relationships deepening as I command respect. Psychological anchor. His regret during silence cements loyalty upon return. Keep the momentum. Post-ghost. Set standards like diamond facets. Accepting only royal treatment. This builds desire for you to try it. Feeling unstoppable. Sisters, ring that bell for more femphoria awaits. And now, my queens, let the final coronation begin. Because what happens after those 7 days of exquisite silence is where the real dark feminine alchemy turns a man who once took you for granted into someone who would move mountains. Sell his soul. Or buy you an entire island just to keep you smiling at him the way you do when you know you hold all the cards. The moment you resurface, you do it like a phoenix rising from black marble ashes. Slow, deliberate, dripping in the kind of luxury that makes his breath catch in his throat. I remember the exact second I broke my own 7-day ghost. I was lounging in the back of a midnight blue Rolls-Royce Phantom, gliding through Monaco at golden hour. Hair still damp from a saltwater swim in a private cove. Skin kissed by the sun. Wearing nothing but an oversized men's white linen shirt his shirt. Actually, the one head left at my place weeks before unbuttoned, just enough to reveal the curve of a new La Perla set in blood red silk. I took a photo. Not posed. Not thirsty. Just me looking out at the Mediterranean like I owned the horizon. And I posted it to my close friend's story with zero caption. Within 30 seconds, my phone lit up like a Christmas tree in Times Square. First a simple "you're alive." Then the voice note started. Low. Urgent. Almost shaking. Where have you been? I've been losing my mind. Please. Let me see you tonight. By the time the car pulled up to the Hotel de Paris, he was already waiting outside like a lost puppy who'd just found his goddess. Dressed in the Tom Ford suit I once told him made him look dangerous. Holding a single long-stemmed black rose and a look in his eyes that said he would burn the world down if I asked him to. That, beautiful, is the moment the addiction is sealed. That is the moment he realizes he doesn't just want you. He needs you the way lungs need air. And you, darling, you don't run to him. You let him come to you. You step out of the car slowly, the linen shirt slipping off one sun-kissed shoulder. Louboutin heels clicking against marble like the countdown to his surrender. And when he tries to speak, you place one crimson lacquered finger against his lips and whisper, SHH. You had 7 days to think. Now it's my turn to feel. And you walk past him into the casino, knowing he will follow like a moth to a flame that could destroy him, and he would thank you for the privilege. From that night forward, everything changed. Not because I demanded it, but because the silence rewired his entire nervous system. He started anticipating my needs before I even knew I had them. My favorite table at Carbone already reserved before I mentioned I was craving pasta. A first edition book ID, once circled in a magazine waiting on my pillow, wrapped in gold foil. A spontaneous weekend in Lake Como, because he couldn't wait another day to see me in that villa light. He wasn't doing it to impress me anymore. He was doing it because the thought of me disappearing again made his chest physically ache. That is the power of the 7-day ghost. It creates a phantom limb sensation in his soul. You become the missing piece he can feel even when you're in another country sipping, risée on a yacht with your legs draped over the railing. Laughing at something the captain said, while he's back home staring at his phone, refreshing your Instagram like a junkie waiting for a hit. And the best part, you barely have to lift a finger anymore. You simply exist in your elevated frequency. Posting a photo of your new diamond tennis bracelet, catching the light just so. Or a video of you dancing barefoot in a Moroccan riad, with henna swirling up your arms like ancient magic. And he is on the next flight, passport in hand, ready to worship at your feet. I want you to feel this in your bones right now. This isn't about playing games. This is about remembering who the fuck you are. A goddess, a rarity, a woman so intoxicating that 7 days without her feels like 7 years in a desert without water. And when you internalize that truth, when you live it, breathe it, wear it like the rarest perfume money can't buy, men don't just want you. They rearrange their entire lives to keep you. Let me paint the picture of what your life looks like after you master this. Because I need you to taste it. Smell it. Feel the silk against your skin. You wake up in a penthouse suite in Paris. Floor-to-ceiling windows open to the Eiffel Tower sparkling, like it was built just for you. Fresh peonies on the nightstand, because he had them flown in from Grasse overnight. Your phone is flooded with good morning texts that aren't generic anymore. They are poems. Voice notes recorded at 4 a.m. because he couldn't sleep without telling you how you've ruined him for anyone else. You stretch like a cat in 1,000 thread count sheets, slip into a silk robe the color of fresh blood, and walk barefoot across heated marble floors to the terrace where breakfast is already laid out. Almond milk matcha latte in a gold-rimmed cup. Passion fruit croissant still warm. A single black card with your name on it resting beside a velvet box containing the earrings you glanced at for half a second in place, Vendôme last month. And he's not even there. He's on a plane coming back from Singapore because he rearranged 3 board meetings just to spend 1 extra night holding you while you fall asleep. That is the new normal. That is what happens when a man realizes he almost lost the best thing that ever happened to him and vows. Silently, desperately, to never be that stupid again. Sisters, if your heart is racing right now, if you can feel the power coursing through your veins like the finest champagne, then do this for me. Drop "I needed this" in the comments. Tell me the exact moment in this video that made you decide you're doing the 7-day ghost tonight. Because your testimony is the next queen's permission slip. Hit that subscribe button so hard it echoes. Turn on all notifications. Because Femphoria is the only place you're getting these unfiltered, uncensored, luxurious truths that turn good girls into legends. And when you do it, when you vanish for 7 days and come back glowing like a woman who has remembered she is magic, send me the screenshots of him losing his mind. Because I read every single DM. I celebrate every single victory with you. You are not the girl he thought he could keep on the back burner. You are the flame he will spend the rest of his life trying to keep lit. Go be unreachable. Go be unforgettable. Go be the reason he thanks the universe every single day that you decided to come back. I'll be right here, crown intact, waiting to welcome you into the sisterhood of women who rule like queens. Now go ghost. Gorgeous. The throne is waiting.